So now we'll move on to a next topic called as the floating charge versus a fixed charge. See, assume that you are going to issue any debenture or bond, you have to give collateral. It's called as security, or it's called as pledge. Okay, either way they mean the same thing. We'll discuss about the floating charge and fixed charge. See, a floating charge is a type of security that a creditor undertakes on entire business assets in respect of a particular debt. Okay, so assume that you give 1 crore to a company as loan, and the company has 10 crore of assets. Okay, the company says you are eligible to take any 1 crore of asset. Okay, but the problem is you never know which asset they will give you in times of liquidation or bankruptcy. For example, if they give you land, okay, which they say is 1 crore, but in market price it can even be 1.2 crore, then you are happy. Or if they say take my all my cars which are worth 1 crore, but what happens is in reality all the car after depreciation and when you sell in the market you will realize only 0.8 crore. So mostly they won't do this. Okay, a company which is liquidating won't do this. What they will try to do is this. There is always a problem in floating charge, as they are not specifying you the asset. You don't know which asset they will give, and the asset's worth can be lower than what it is stated. So that is the problem with the floating charge. What are the advantages of floating charge? Floating charge can be created even when the company does not have any fixed asset. For a company's point of view, these are the advantages. They can say we offer you collateral, but they won't say which asset. It offers a lot of freedom to the business owner, so he can just simply make a promise. A floating charge holder is always better protected than an unsecured creditor. So the position of a debt holder who has a floating charge is always better than to be a unsecured. Unsecured is he don't have any security over the assets for his loan. So for compared to that unsecured creditor, floating charge is much better. But still, if you have a fixed charge, that's a great. A fixed charge is a charge or mortgage secured on a particular property. So you give a 1 crore loan and you say you are securing this loan with a machine, a particular machine. Okay, the machine worth is around 1.2 crore, and you feel that even when you sell it in the market, you will still get the 1 crore. Okay, so what happens is both the parties are happy. The company which gives the loan is happy because they have a security to 1.2 crore. The company which gets the loan is assured that even when the machine is sold, they will only get 1 crore. So both parties are happy in a fixed charge. Okay, so it is always made on a particular property such as land and buildings, a ship, a piece of machinery, shares, intellectual property, on copyrights, patents, trademarks. Okay, so fixed charge is on a particular asset. So please remember this. And we can also say like this: a floating in terms of interest rate, in terms of interest rate, the floating charge holder will get a higher rate of interest, and a fixed charge debt holder will get a lower rate because the risk is higher here, the risk is lower here. Okay, so interest is always linked with the risk.
You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page, so you can visit at these places. If you just type Sham Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.